Before you scroll, pause for just 1 second, because this message is not loud, it's not rushed, but it is powerful. This is the kind of energy that shows up when life is about to surprise you in a way you never imagined. One moment, everything feels normal, even quiet, and the next, wow, something happens that completely shifts your heart. This is about an unexpected proposal, the kind that comes when you least expect it, from a place you didn't see coming at all. Welcome back to Sophia, where messages find you exactly when they are meant to. As I tapped into this energy, it felt soft but shocking at the same time. There's disbelief here. There's a pause where you think, is this really happening? Someone has been holding feelings deep inside, saying nothing, showing little, and then suddenly deciding they can't wait anymore. The emotions feel real, honest, and a little overwhelming. For this reading, 3 cards stepped forward very clearly: the Knight of Cups, the Tower, and the Ace of Pentacles. Even before we go deeper, you can already feel it, right? Romance, surprise, and a real offer all showing up together. That combination alone tells a story of something sudden, emotional, and life-changing. It's not planned the way you'd expect. It's not perfect, but it's real. This is a timeless reading, which means whenever you find this message, that's when it's meant for you. But remember, only take what resonates with you. If something feels true in your heart, hold on to that. If not, let it pass gently. There's a reason you were drawn here today. So stay with me. What's coming next explains why this proposal happens, what's been going on behind the scenes, and how this moment changes everything. Trust me, you'll want to hear this. When you bring the Knight of Cups, the Tower, and the Ace of Pentacles together, the story that unfolds is powerful, emotional, and deeply transformative. This is not a gentle love story that slowly drifts into commitment. This is love that awakens suddenly, shakes everything that felt familiar, and then offers something real and lasting in its place. Together, these 3 energies explain why this proposal feels so unexpected, yet strangely right. It begins with the heart. The Knight of Cups represents feelings that have been quietly growing for a long time. This person didn't wake up one day and suddenly fall in love. They've been feeling deeply, dreaming silently, and carrying emotions they didn't know how to express. They imagined moments with you, replayed conversations, and wondered what life would feel like if you were truly by their side. But the Knight of Cups often hesitates. They fear rejection. They fear ruining the connection. So instead of speaking, they waited, hoping the feeling would pass or that the timing would somehow become perfect. But emotions don't stay contained forever. That's where the Tower enters. The Tower is the moment everything breaks open. Something happens that jolts them awake. It could be distance, silence, an argument, or even the sudden realization that you might move on. Whatever the trigger, it hits hard. This isn't a small realization. It's a full body shock. Their heart races, their mind spirals, and they realize they've been standing on shaky ground, pretending everything was fine when it wasn't. The Tower strips away comfort and illusion. It forces truth to the surface. In this moment, they can no longer hide behind later or someday. The fear of losing you becomes louder than the fear of vulnerability. The walls they built to protect themselves crumble, and what's left is raw, honest emotion. That's why this proposal feels sudden. It's born from urgency, from a deep, almost panicked understanding that if they don't act now, they may lose everything that matters. Then comes the Ace of Pentacles, and with it, a grounding shift. After the emotional confession and the chaotic realization, this card brings intention. It turns feeling into action. The Ace of Pentacles says, I don't just want to love you, I want to build with you. This is where the proposal becomes real. Not just words spoken in an emotional moment, but an offer that carries weight, effort, and commitment. Together, these cards show a person who moves from dreaming to breaking to choosing. The Knight of Cups dreams of love. The Tower forces truth. The Ace of Pentacles commits to a future. This proposal isn't impulsive in the way it might seem on the surface. It's impulsive in timing, but not in intention. The intention has been forming for a long time. For you, this combination explains the emotional whiplash you may feel. One moment you're shocked thinking, I didn't see this coming, and the next you're realizing how much sense it actually makes. You may suddenly understand past silence, emotional distance, or confusion in a new way. It wasn't lack of love, it was fear of acting on it. This proposal carries vulnerability and risk. The Knight of Cups makes them emotionally exposed. The Tower removes their sense of control, and the Ace of Pentacles asks them to show up consistently, not just emotionally. That's not easy, but it's real. This is someone choosing growth over comfort, truth over avoidance. There's also divine timing woven through this combination. The Tower doesn't fall randomly. It falls when something has been ignored for too long, and the Ace of Pentacles doesn't appear unless there's real potential for something stable to grow. The universe isn't just stirring emotion here, it's offering a new foundation. What begins now isn't perfect, and it isn't meant to be. It's meant to be honest. This connection may have faced confusion, delays, or emotional ups and downs in the past. But these three cards together say that love has reached a turning point. Feelings are no longer hidden. Truth has been revealed, and a real opportunity is being placed in your hands. At its core, this unexpected proposal is about choosing love despite fear. It's about realizing that waiting feels riskier than trying, and it's about understanding that sometimes the most shocking moments are the ones that lead to the most meaningful beginnings. As we move into the energy of the Knight of Cups, everything suddenly feels softer, deeper, and more emotional. This card doesn't rush in loudly. It comes in quietly, guided by feelings, dreams, and a heart that has been holding a lot inside. For this topic, the Knight of Cups shows the person behind this unexpected proposal, and wow, this energy is incredibly romantic, sensitive, and sincere. This is someone who leads with their heart, even when they're scared. They've been feeling love very deeply, but they don't always know how to express it in a practical way. Instead, they feel first, imagine first, and dream first. They've spent many quiet moments thinking about you, picturing a future, replaying conversations, and wondering, what if? You may not have realized how strong their feelings were, because this person often keeps emotions hidden behind calm behavior or distance. The Knight of Cups tells me this proposal comes from emotion, not pressure. It's not about timelines or expectations. It's about a moment where their heart finally says, I can't hold this anymore. Something inside them reaches a breaking point, but not in a bad way. It's more like love overflowing. They realize that if they don't speak now, they might lose you forever, and that thought is unbearable to them. This person is gentle but brave. Even though they may appear unsure or nervous on the outside, inside they are fully committed to what they feel. They are choosing vulnerability. They are choosing to risk rejection. That's a big deal for the Knight of Cups energy, because this is someone who feels everything very deeply. Rejection scares them, but losing the chance to love you scares them even more. There is also a strong apology energy here. For some of you, this person may have taken too long, stayed silent, or acted emotionally distant in the past. The Knight of Cups often realizes love too late, but when they do, they come forward with honesty and emotion. This proposal may include words you never expected to hear, feelings you didn't know they were holding, or even tears. It's raw, it's real, it's not rehearsed perfectly. What makes this proposal unexpected is that it comes from someone who didn't seem ready, someone who appeared unsure, dreamy, or even emotionally unavailable before. But the Knight of Cups shows emotional maturity growing quietly. They've been learning what love truly means, and they now understand that love is not just a feeling, it's a choice. This card also shows timing guided by emotion, not logic. They didn't plan the moment perfectly. They didn't wait until everything was stable. They just felt the moment was right in their heart. That's why this proposal feels sudden. It happens during an emotional conversation, a vulnerable moment, or even after silence. It may catch you completely off guard. For you, this energy brings a mix of surprise and deep emotion. You may feel shocked at first, like, wow, I didn't know you felt this way. But there's also warmth here. The Knight of Cups doesn't bring manipulation or false promises. This is sincere love energy. They truly mean what they say in that moment. At the core of this card is emotional truth. This proposal is not about impressing you. It's about expressing love honestly, even if their voice shakes while doing it. The Knight of Cups comes forward with an open heart, offering love in its pure form. And that's why this proposal feels so powerful. It's not expected, but it's deeply felt. Now as we move into the energy of the Tower, everything shifts. And when I say shifts, I mean suddenly, unexpectedly, and in a way no one can control. This card is the reason this proposal truly feels like it comes out of nowhere. The Tower doesn't warn you gently. It arrives like a lightning strike. breaking down what you thought was stable, familiar, or already decided. For this topic, the Tower shows a moment that changes everything in an instant. Up until now, you may have believed this situation was stuck, slow, or going nowhere. Maybe you accepted that things would stay exactly as they were. The Tower says no. Something snaps, something clicks, and once that happens, there's no going back to the old version of this connection. This proposal happens after a shock, an emotional realization, or a sudden fear of loss. The person behind this energy experiences a wake-up call. It could be triggered by distance, an argument, silence, or even the thought of you moving on. Whatever it is, it hits them hard. It shakes them emotionally and forces them to see the truth they've been avoiding. That truth is simple but powerful. They can't imagine life without you. The Tower strips away illusions. Any pretending, any emotional walls, any maybe later thinking collapses. This person realizes that waiting, hesitating, or staying quiet is no longer an option. The proposal is not planned during calm energy. It's born from chaos, fear, and deep realization. That's why it feels intense. That's why it feels raw. And that's why you truly won't see it coming. This card also explains why the timing feels strange. It doesn't happen when everything is perfect. It happens when things feel uncertain, unstable, or even broken. The Tower says the old foundation had to fall so something real could be built. This proposal is their way of trying to save what matters before it's too late. Emotionally, the Tower shows panic mixed with clarity. This person may suddenly blurt out feelings, say things they never planned to say, or make an offer they never thought they were ready for. There's a now or never feeling here, and while they can feel overwhelming, it's also incredibly honest. Nothing is hidden anymore. For you, this energy may feel shocking at first. You may think, why now? Or why like this? The Tower doesn't come gently, and neither does this moment, but does come with truth. You're seeing the real them, without masks, without fear controlling them. This proposal may come after a moment of emotional breakdown, confession, or sudden change in circumstances. The Tower also speaks of divine timing. Even though it feels chaotic, this moment is not random. The universe steps in when people ignore their inner truth for too long. This proposal is the result of pressure building over time until it can no longer be contained. The release is sudden, but the emotions have been there all along. What's important to understand is that the Tower doesn't destroy what's real. It destroys what's false. If this proposal comes forward, it's because the love underneath is strong enough to survive the shakeup. The old version of this connection had to end so a more honest, committed version could begin. So yes, the Tower is uncomfortable energy. It's surprising, it's emotional, but it clears the path. This proposal changes everything because it's born from truth, urgency, and the realization that love cannot wait forever. Now as we step into the energy of the Ace of Pentacles, everything begins to settle after the shock and emotion you've already felt. This card brings grounding, reality, and something you can actually hold on to. Where the Knight of Cups brought emotion and the Tower brought sudden change, the Ace of Pentacles brings a real offer, a solid beginning, and a future that can be built step by step. For this topic, the Ace of Pentacles is the proposal itself in its most tangible form. This isn't just words or emotions anymore. This is someone placing something real in front of you and saying, I want to build with you. It represents commitment, stability, and a long-term mindset. Whatever is being offered now isn't temporary. It's meant to grow. This card shows that after the emotional confession and the shocking realization, this person wants to turn love into action. They don't just want to feel anymore. They want to show up. They want to invest time, energy, effort, and resources into this connection. The Ace of Pentacles is about choosing a future, not just dreaming about one. This proposal may come with practical conversations attached to it. Talks about living arrangements, finances, long-term goals, or shared responsibilities may suddenly appear. Even if the moment feels emotional, the intention behind it is serious. This person isn't playing games. They're offering something stable, even if they're still a little nervous delivering it. The Ace of Pentacles also suggests that this proposal opens a new chapter that feels safe. After confusion or emotional ups and downs in the past, this energy brings reassurance. It says, you can trust this beginning. It may not be perfect right away, but it's honest, grounded, and built on real intention. There is also growth energy here. This isn't a finished story. It's a seed. What you choose to do with it matters. The universe is placing an opportunity in your hands, but it's up to both of you to nurture it. With care, patience, and consistency, this connection can turn into something long-lasting and deeply fulfilling. For some of you, this proposal may also come with a gift, a ring, a symbolic gesture, or a physical sign of commitment. Even if it's simple, it carries meaning. The Ace of Pentacles doesn't need grand displays. It values sincerity and effort over drama. Emotionally, this card brings relief. After the shock of the Tower and the vulnerability of the Knight of Cups, there's a feeling of, okay, this is real. You may feel grounded again, even if you're still surprised. This proposal isn't meant to sweep you off your feet and disappear. It's meant to stay. The Ace of Pentacles also suggests divine support. This beginning is blessed with stability. The universe is offering a chance for something solid to grow, especially if both people are willing to put in the work. This isn't luck alone. It's alignment meeting action. At its core, this card tells you that this unexpected proposal isn't just emotional or impulsive. It's intentional. It's a doorway into a future that can be built slowly, honestly, and securely. What starts now has the potential to last, not because it's perfect, but because it's real.